Friends, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to today's online press conference. I'm James Lee of TITRA, the MC of this event. TITRA is Taiwan's foremost trade promotion organization, and today is jointly organizing this event with Taiwan's Bureau of Foreign Trade. Later, we will focus on Taiwan's medical industry, the telehealth from Taiwan, your best solution during the current and challenging COVID-19 pandemic. We have invited representatives from three prominent Taiwan Excellence Award-winning companies, namely Med Imaging Integrated Solution Incorporated, Bio9 Corporation, and Lee Tech Research Incorporated, to share their knowledge and expertise with us. Without further ado, I would like to invite TITRA President and CEO, Mr. Walter Ye, to give us some opening remarks. Let's welcome Mr. Walter Ye.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. It is my great pleasure to welcome all of our distinguished guests, medical professionals, and media from different countries to today's online conference and products launch. The symbol of Taiwan Excellence honors Taiwan's most innovative products, which are the best of the made in Taiwan, and we aim to promote them to users worldwide. As a result of our global reach, Taiwan Excellence is now a worldwide benchmark for outstanding precision, smart technology, and innovation. Technology is now prevalent in almost every area of our lives, and medicine is no exception. During the period of the COVID-19 pandemic, many countries are delaying the treatment of non-emergency patients in their hospital. Even treatment for some cancer patients is being postponed. Hence, the technology used in telehealth reduces the risk and the cost of infection and has become the best solution to treating patients with infectious diseases. According to the survey conducted by Global Market Insights, the global market value of telemedicine and telehealth will increase from $38.3 billion in 2019 to $130.5 billion in 2025, and has a composite average growth rate of 19.2%. Taiwan integrates advantages in information, communication, and medical strength, and is therefore fully equipped to develop not only telemedicine, telehealth, but also the telehealth industry. MEAS, Miami, and Lee Tech, these three companies have developed products which the aim of advancing science. The telehealth solutions you will see today share three common objectives: to reduce COVID-19 risk and medical cost for both patients and medical facilities, to expedite a patient's recovery from the illness, to promote proactive patient self-management. All of our presenters will explain what Taiwan Excellence in telehealth means to you, means to your country, and means to the world. Now, I would like to invite you to stay on, to continue to discuss with telehealth from Taiwan, which is your best solution during the current and challenging period of COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you very much for joining in this online conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ye, for your kind words. Next, we're moving on to the presentations. During this session, please feel free to submit your questions along with your name and title using the QA link on the screen. We will collect all the questions and invite the speakers to answer during our QA session after all the presentations are given. And first, we're pleased to have Mr. Johnson Zhang, Project Manager of Mies, to talk about their killer product, Horoscope, the world's first and only handheld digital camera with 5-megapixel resolution. Let's welcome Mr. Zhang.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. And my name is Johnson Zhang. I'm from the Med Imagery Integrated Solutions. And I know there's a long name for our company. So many of my friends call us MINS, M-I-I-S. And today my topic is best medical image for telehealth solutions from MINS Taiwan. MINS can help, Taiwan can help. And right now I'm going to start my presentation and how I will introduce you how we get into the telemedicine solutions. First of all, I will say we are today in a teleconference. Now that's the first step. You join a telehealth. So with our core technology, optical image system, and also digital image processing, and we working on those two technology for already 10 years. And we have our own brand called Horoscope. And we are not only making our own brand products, we are also doing the OEM or ODM products for our customer. So we are not only a manufacturer, we also have our R&D teams. So the product is not important. The important is our product is get a lot of medical approved. So we have TFDA, and US market we have FDA, and in the European market we have MDR, we used to call CE. And for the rest of the world, we also helping our distributor to get their countries medical approved. And that's the award and achievement we have been doing to get for past 10 years. As you know, Taiwan Excellence, we are not 3 years in a row. We are 4 years already. And this year we are going to also apply the Taiwan Excellence Award with our new products. So we hopefully next year we will have 5 years in a row. And let's go back to the traditional about the medical issues. Okay, for the traditional way, physician to patients, face to face, what they do is they will do this diagnosis. They were listening to the patients. They will ask the patients how they feel. But how it come to future, that's mean right now, the physicians will through the AI or IoT or IOMT to the patients. That's what we do. And what we provide to the telemedicine solutions is our products. As you see, today I bought my products here, and that's our devices. What our company design concept is with one control unit and attached with different lens. You can see on the table, that's my products I bring here. And you will have different body parts medical images. And for our 10 years ago, we have launched our first 100 series devices, the control unit. Until now, we have 300 series. That's our third platform. And this is the image taken from our device to our scopes, as you see. And come back to our newest products right now. And we are not only the device can catch the images, we also integrate Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. So we can integrate vital signs data via the Bluetooth, collect all the data to our device, and send all the data with images to the cloud. That's what we do right now. And as I continue to say we are manufacturer. Most people will think we are hardware provider, but we are not only a hardware provider. We're also a software provider. We also build out our medical image management systems, which can use to work with our devices. And not only the management systems, we also build out our AI solutions. And AI is for diabetic retinopathies. So while we use our founder's camera, took the images, then we put our device into the AI box. So this AI box can do edge computing. So that means you can do AI analyzing offline. So just need 5 seconds or 10 seconds, you will have the result come back to the screen. So once physicians in the rural area, which has no professional specialized, it's okay. The AI device will give you a hint, a reference for you to instruction how your patient should or not to reference to a specialist, maybe for eye. Okay, as you see, this is total map for the telemedicine solutions. With our horoscope, with telemedicine car or telemedicine luggage, with conference video systems and medical computers, with software, we will provide you a total solutions. That is our customer in worldwide, and mostly they are in the US market, and means actually share the 80% of marketing size for the telemedicine equipment. And I will give you some reference for how we do the telemedicine. And this is one telemedicine luggage which integrated by our customer. He actually put this telemedicine luggage in the United Air Force One. That means it's not ground to ground. Now it's ground to air. And this is an example for the skin care, which we're doing telemedicine in France. And you can see the President Macron is also joining this demonstration conference. That's for last year. And this is one of the telemedicine, which is cross-country. That means before this, before the telemedicine solution installed in the Mongolia, actually, Taiwan doctor need to fly to the Mongolia and give in the training to the ophthalmologists in the Mongolia. But after we provide a telemedicine solution for the Mongolia's hospital, then the doctors won't need to fly to the Mongolia that often. So they just provide the founder's image to Taiwan. So the Taiwan doctor can give in the hint for in the Taiwan, don't have to go to the Mongolia. And this is some of example in the Taiwan. We do the telehealth screening to the rural area, and so that's from the Chang'an Medical Center to support the Taoyuan rural area Fuxing districts. And this is another solution for 5G telemedicine solutions. That's from our one of carrier FET, which will support the Taidong counties. And actually, we have 3 medical centers supporting the rural areas clinic. So once the rural area has our devices, so they can have all the image from for the ENT, for the ophthalmology, for the dermatologist. That's medical center can support the specialized resource to the rural area. And in the past 10 years, we already sold our products over 60 countries. And we collaboration with the customer from US, from Germany, from Japan. And also, we are also looking for the chance to work worldwide with all over you. So if you need any solutions for telemedicine or primary care, you can look for means. And that's the presentation I have for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Zhang, for your sharing. As a kind reminder, please use the link on the screen to leave your questions along with your name and title, and we will answer them during our QA session afterwards. Next, we are pleased to welcome Mr. West Yang, Senior Regional Sales Manager of Bionime. Mr. Yang will talk about the rightest precision healthcare ecosystem and integrated digital health solution for better glucose management. Mr. Yang, the floor is yours.
Hello, thank you. This is Wei speaking from Bionime, and welcome to join TELEHEALTH webinars from Taiwan. And today I talk the topic is the right test M-Health solution. M is a mobile health. This also means the telemedicine, diabetes monitoring system. Okay, and I will show our products, software, and our platform for your reference. And we cooperate from the 2003, so this year is our 18 years, and now our total employees is around 1,000. Our headquarters in Taichung, and now our global distribution, we have 7 subsidiaries and 2 offices. So we have a subsidiary in Malaysia and 2 offices, one in Singapore, another in Indonesia. So to offer our M-Health solution to Southeast Asia countries. And we have 3 brands. The one is Bionime. The second is Right Test. The third is GE. And we signed a contract with GE from the 2011 till to the 2030. So GE is a very branding power in medical industry. So we are only one partner in the world with GE can put their logo on our glucose meters. And our M-Health solutions for patients with diabetes mellitus, we cover the BGMS, glucose meter. The second, we offer the very complete and holistic software, including the personal app, professional DMS, and the third is our POCT meter. This is our M-Health solution. And first, for our BGMS, the latest journal we published in 2019, and this is research from the IDT in Germany. He selects the 18 meter from the OTC in Europe. Only 14 meter can pass the ISO 15197. This means more than 20% system did not meet the ISO standard. And only 3 meter can meet the 1010 accuracy. One is a Roche. The second is an Essentia Contour. The third is a Bionime glucose meter. So Bionime glucose meter can compete the world-class competitors in the world. So other journal review came from the journal Spotlight, can tell our story, and our newest model can achieve the 1010 accuracy. It means our accuracy and our precision is very good. You can see our diagrams from the right side. And our app has 6 features, and one is auto data synchronization. Our second is a personalized setting, and coherent blood glucose records. And we can match BG before and after meals. And we also have a smart analysis of BG, and measuring, sharing, and interaction with your professional doctor and your family, only by our all-in-one app. And we also developed DMS. This means the diabetes management system. This is for professional users to easily take care many patients with diabetes. And our DMS can direct link to the patient data by web, by HIS. The second, real-time monitoring, because if a hypo and a hyper, this is very important to real-time monitoring. If the patient is home, this is also more important. And from our DMS, our app can connect very well for the instant message, because many patients feel alone by themselves. So if you professional user can use our total care system to offer the warm care by instant messaging. This is good, and this by IoT platform can do that. Also, our DMS have a structured CPF method for the quickly clinical decision power. The one we compare, our DMS can have a comparison, and we have a pattern function, and we can quickly to review your patient, the glucose data, if have a fluctuation and a variation, quickly review, quickly clinical decision by caregiver team. Also, easy to care more patients because one clinic or one hospital, every day they take care more than 200, 300, 400 patients. So this is a very heavy workloading. So by our DMS, our AI can automatically to segmentation, who is emerging automatically by our DMS. And another our right test, Plc T Test Meter. This is for the professional use. The meter is a different SMBG at home use. They have auto coding, 3.5 inch, and intuitive interface, and very good for professional use. And backlight and internal memory can set up to the 5,000 readings and a long battery life. So this design is suitable for the professional trainer to use because this 1 meter can test at the same time to test many patients and the glucose data. Okay, and we use the cloud-based platform to integrate our hardware, software, and our AI technology. So, if in Taiwan, if a patient he use a personal SMBG, test the glucose test at home, use our Bluetooth meter, and use a personal app. But if the patient go to the clinics, but I know in Southeast Asia country, many the function is from the pharmacy. You can go to the pharmacy or clinics to get diabetes care by emergency management, CD coach, personal SMBG data collection, and the point of care glucose test. If the patient have a high glucose or if a hyper and a hypo, he have need to admission. We also can offer the mHealth solution to the inpatient glucose management by our DMS POCT to take care. And then the patient discharge and go back to home. He also can take care very well by our system, our platform, by the right test mHealth solution. So the glucose, the data is very important, and in real time to take care is also very important because if your data is not very reliable, you can take wrong medicine, wrong insulin dosage. So in right test, our value proposition have a 3 Q. 1 Q is a qualified testing. This means our meter is very easy to use. Our strip is very easy to side insert and discard. Okay, qualified test is the first step, and qualified data is all very important because our accuracy and precision is very excellent. So the data is reliable and can be trustable. And the third, qualified delivery is also very important by our app, system, and the cloud. Okay, and now our mHealth solution is implemented in the world and many countries. So, and the mHealth, the most important factor is a personal protection act, and to protect the personal data is very important. So our system can comply with the ISO, GDPR, and the HIPAA. This is very important. And we also use our mHealth solution to do the clinical trial with the Shanghai Jiao Tong Medical Center. Use our inpatient system to do the clinical trial to confirm can increase the efficiency or not, or reduce the workloading. And you can see this is our workflow. The workflow is very simple and integrates very well with the hospital his system, and all the process, no paperwork. So the clinical trial results, you can scan our QR code, and the evidence can show the worker efficiency was improved by 62%, and the data flow time was reduced by 1/3, very huge and reduced workloading. Another clinical trial, we collaborated with 4 clinics in Taiwan and published our journal last year in EASD in Spain. This shows our clinical data can show very well. Intervention group use our mHealth solution. You can see the HbA1c can reduce significantly. And the second, the average glucose tests increase because not only the patient, but also the health caregiver team, very suitable and very easy to use our meter, our system. He can increase the measurement, the frequency. And the third, the caregiver team also very satisfies our system, our meter. So we offer the questionnaire to fill in. The score is very high. So BioNight vision is a peace of mind. So mHealth solution to user, not only the patient, we only focus on caregiver team. We only focus on ecosystem to collaborate very well. So now in Malaysia, we collaborate very strong with the Caring Pharmacy, over 100 stores to use our inpatient and outpatient system. And in Singapore, Guardian cooperates with BioNight. In Indonesia, we also imprint our mHealth solution in Indonesia. So this is our mHealth solution for your reference. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Yang, for giving this presentation and sharing your insight. Let me remind you again, if you have any further questions, don't forget to use the link on the screen to leave your questions along with your name and title, and we will answer them after all the presentations are given. And now we're going to invite someone who has 20 years of experience in medical device industry. Mr. Wayne Lee, manager of Lee Tech, is going to share with us the wireless fingertip pulse oximeter. It is a AAA battery-powered lightweight oximeter, a handy device for self-health management. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Lee.
Okay, thank you very much to give us a chance to present our product. My name is Wayne Lee from Lee Tech Research. Here I'd like to present our wireless fingertip pulse oximeter. Okay, Lee Tech is the company with 35 years history, and we are start from the graphic card, and now we focus also our effort in medical device. And here I'd like to introduce what is the pulse oximeter. A pulse oximeter is a small and lightweight device used to monitor the amount of oxygen carried in the body. And basically, we will call it to measure the saturation oxygen in the blood in a non-invasive way. And when you can use the pulse oximeter in hospital, clinic, home care, emergency medical service, also for hiking, mountain climbing, and some other sports. And also, we use a pulse oximeter in a long-term care facility, like for the COPD patients as well. Okay, in Litex, our pulse oximeter have one very main advantage is we can adapt to the very different size of the finger. For example, we can take a measurement from the 0.8 centimeter to 2.3 centimeter of finger. It means we can adapt our measurement to adults and the children in different age. Okay, let's go on this page. Sorry. And here I want to introduce one main advantage of our fingertip oximeter is we only power by one AAA battery. Because if you have see other product in the market, you will see mostly fingertip oximeter use two AAA batteries. And for our product, we only use one. And the main advantage of use one battery is it can reduce the weight of the fingertip oximeter. As you can see, you wear the fingertip oximeter on your finger. And for the device itself, it's only take like about 20-30 grams. But one battery will have the 28 grams. And the two batteries is 56 grams. The weight of the battery is much heavier than the meter itself. So we use only one battery, can that patient wear our device more comfortable. Okay, here I also introduce other feature of our device. Firstly, our display can rotate 360 degrees. It means for a patient or for a caretaker, they can choose the convenient direction to view the display. And also we have the anti-motion technology. It means when you can use our device in a vibrating environment, for example, like in the ambulance, we still can take a very accurate measurement. And as I mentioned in my last page presentation, we only use one battery. But even we only use one battery, but our battery life for continual use can still last for 18 hours. The spec is the same as other devices in the market, they use two batteries. And we also have a function, it means the auto power on and the auto power off. This function is mean when you insert your finger into our device, the device can detect the finger automatically and turn on the power and take a measurement. It's easy to use and also energy saving. And like I mentioned before, we only use one battery, so the weight of the device is much lighter. Okay, here let me introduce a little bit about the principle of the oximeter. Oximeter can take a reading of the blood oxygen in a non-invasive way. And the principle to do it is they have a light source. And the light source will emit the light through the body parts. And on the other side of the body parts, there is a flow diode. And the flow diode will take the intensity of light and do a differentiation and to find out the difference between the light absorption between the two different wavelengths. And normally we will use a red light and infrared light for light source. For our device, we use 660 nanometer for red light and 940 nanometer for infrared light. And in the blood vessel, hemoglobin will carry the oxygen molecule. And for oxyhemoglobin, it will absorb the infrared light more and allow the red light to go through. In other hand, the oxygen hemoglobin will absorb more red light and allow the infrared light to go through. Okay. Before this slide, I always introduce you about our fingertip oximeter. And our fingertip oximeter will come with ViewTrack app, and the ViewTrack app can use in iOS and Android platform. As you combine our fingertip oximeter and the ViewTrack app, you will turn a fingertip oximeter become a patient monitor. And this patient monitor can give you the display of the oxygen saturation, pulse rate, and it also can record all the data in your mobile phone, and then let you share the data to our to our platform remotely. And this slide give you more insight about the app we have. App can allow you to set up the alarm limit for blood oxygen and for pulse rate. So when the blood oxygen drop below the normal reading, the app will sound the alarm. And this device, this app can turn a very simple device become patient monitor. For the current COVID-19 situation, actually is very effective because you know now the patient monitor is not enough for use in the hospital. So some patients stay at home. So if you use our fingertip oximeter with our app, actually the patient can be monitored remotely. So the caretaker or doctor in the hospital from our health platform can monitor their patient. Here I summarize a little bit about the advantage of our fingertip oximeter. So we have the better perfusion index compared to other brands in the market. Our perfusion index is 0.5%. Compared to the most product in the market is 0.9%. And as I mentioned earlier, our main advantage is we have a lighter weight. So the weight of the device is only 26 grams. And we only power by one battery, can last for 18 hours. So this page is show you the outlook of our device. We have two models. One is the oximeter with alarm. So this model, we have the 5-direction key to allow the user to do the setting. And the other model is model C, and this one is a simple one. It's only to give you a display of the oxygen reading and the pulse rate. Okay, here I still want to emphasize again our main feature is we have a auto power on and auto power off. So this is easy to use, and the patient don't need to turn on the device, so can save energy as well. Well, here's give you a general spec of our product. Is show you we are compliant with the most standard required for oximeter, and the device is compliant with the CE and the FDA, and also Taiwan TFD as well. And our product is already sold globally. I did not, put all the countries we sell, but almost all the countries in the world we have our products. So we still hope more distributors can sell our products well. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lee, for your informative presentation. And now we're moving on to our QA session. And for those who are joining us online, I believe you have left your questions along with your name and title using the link on the screen. If you can't find it, you can also use the link we provide in the Taiwan Excellence YouTube channel profile. And our staff have already selected a few questions. And I will first read out the question and invite our related speakers to answer. But before we start, I would like to introduce our Executive Director of TAITRA's Department of Strategic Marketing, Mark Wu. And first, our first question would be by the Newsmakers Info. How are you working with the government in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic? And Mr. Wu, would you like to first respond to this question?
Of course, as you may well read a lot of reports from the international media recent days, I would like to summarize 4 lessons or which you could take a reference from the Taiwanese experience. First, I think we have a very good, effective, government-led public and private collaboration during the COVID-19 comeback. Second, we have a very effective integration of mass media. As we will well know, we are under the Taiwanese Center for Disease Control. We publish the immediate alert and a notice to the public by the television every day. Second, we have a very good social etiquette of cleaning, like wash hand or put on the face mask at all times. So that summarizes the Taiwanese experience during this combat against COVID-19.
Thank you. And Mr. Zhang of MEES, would you like to answer this question as well?
Yeah, yes. About the telemedicine solutions before the COVID-19, yeah, we know what we thought is rural area to the medical center is outside the hospital. But in the COVID-19, we found out actually you can use telemedicine inside the hospital because you can use this solution in the isolation rooms. So once you put all the telemedicine card in the isolation rooms, so it will decreasing the nurse or doctors to go to the room and do the measurements. So because some of the patients, they still can work by their own. So if we just teach them how to use those devices. So once we put our video systems, we put our measurement vital sign devices or our camera systems into the isolation room. So those doctors or nurses don't have to go inside the room every hour or every 2 hours. They can just use the video conference systems to talk to the patients, and maybe one time go into the room for a day. That will reduce the chance for the efficiency. That's what we do. Actually, we did a demonstration with the Taiwan, one of the Taiwan's medical center right now. If that demonstration is have good results, we will provide these solutions to the worldwide. So for the question from Anne and how we expand the telehealth solution in Malaysia, once we have the testing and the result is good, we will announce. So at that time, actually you can order this kit from direct to us or from our distributors.
Thank you, Mr. Zhang. Thank you for answering the next question, which is raised by Anne. What are your plans to expand Taiwan's telehealth solutions in Malaysia? So Mr. Yang of Bionime, would you also care for answering this question, please?
And now we have a subsidiary in Malaysia to expand and penetrate right test telehealth solution. And now we cooperate with a caring pharmacy very well for the mHealth solution. Caring pharmacy use our glucose meter, our app, and our DMS to take care the patient with diabetes from Caring to buy our meters. And I think this is a very successful case and in Malaysia completed. And the second, we also want to offer our inpatient solution in Malaysia to help the Malaysian hospital to upgrade and more efficient to take care of the patient with diabetes and increase the efficiency and reduce the doctor or CDE certified diabetes education workloading by our mHealth. This is second. The third, this year we also cooperate with this company to cover if the patient with diabetes, they can take care from our system, our mHealth, and our partner Caring Pharmacy to take care the unique member in Malaysia. So I think expand right test telehealth the solution. We can from the different sector application to let the patient with diabetes in Malaysia have a more and more care solutions. This is our expand sectors in Malaysia. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Yang. And Mr. Lee of Lee Tech, would you also please respond to this question?
Yeah, okay. Actually, for this question, I can answer in two parts. Before the COVID-19, we already cooperated with one of Malaysia company called Synergy Bio to use our technology to analyze the sleeping condition. Because most of the sleeping condition, you need to go to a sleeping lab to do the analysis. That will take you at least 1 night in the lab. And for the company, they use our device, and that patient take our device home and upload the data through the mobile phone to our healthcare platform. So we can do the sleeping analysis online for the doctor. And after the analysis, the patient go to the doctor's clinician. The doctor can base our data to suggest the patient whether they need to use a CPAP or not, or maybe they need to purchase the oxygen generator or other equipment to help their sleep. Okay, for the current situation with COVID-19, according to WHO, the oxygen saturation 93% is the cutoff point to decide whether you have lung disease or not. So now the Malaysia government actually is already contact with us. One of the Malaysia university want to take our device to do a study, and they are planning to do a trial order and to put every device on maybe like 100 household and allow the patient that are isolated at home can upload their oxygen saturation data back to the government for monitoring.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. And we have two similar questions. One is raised by RandaleCampo.com. It's about Taiwan Excellence has always been about technology and innovations. Would you have knowledge of what new technologies have been useful in the fight against COVID-19? And we have a similar question raised by Parita from Age Focus. It would be good if the panelists can illustrate how the solutions are used during the COVID-19 pandemic. So, Mr. Zhang, would you please start answering these two similar questions, please?
Oh, okay. As the technology improves, so as I introduce our products, like 10 years ago, we have our first generation control unit coming out. That's the 200 megapixels resolutions. But with a new technology, we have 500 megapixels resolutions for our control unit. So once our new products, you are giving the better quality images for doctors to do screening or to do diagnosis. So that's in our camera system that helping the doctors to see more clearly and to see more detail in the good quality images.
Thank you. And Mr. Yang, would you also please respond to this question?
Compete against the COVID-19, this is a very serious issue about, especially for the patient with diabetes, because from the WHO and the other professional reports say the COVID-19 is a much threat to the patient with diabetes. So the mHealth can reduce the patient with diabetes exposure to the COVID-19. So I think the new technology, including the personal apps and the professional DMS, and can connect very well for the mHealth solution. Let the patient, if they are at home, they can test their glucose data, and by our mHealth solution, connect very well to directly discuss the data or check the information with the caregiver team. So I think use the app, DMS, cloud-based platform. These three element new technology can be useful in the fight against COVID-19. Thank you.
Thank you. And we have a question for Mr. Lee about LeeTech device, the details and the prices. So Mr. Lee, would you care to answer on this one?
Okay. The detail I can give the information about detail, but the price maybe we can give the price information after the conference. Okay. Okay. The detail of the product is like I mentioned in my presentation. We currently have three models in the market. One is the fingertip oximeter with the alarm function. It means when you can do a setting on this small device. So we will have a white direction key to allow you to set up the limits of the blood oxygen level and set the limits for the pulse rate. And the other one is simple one. It's just when you put in the finger, they will show you the reading, the measurement of the pulse rate and the blood oxygen. And the third one is the Bluetooth one, it's a wireless one. This one, they can upload the data to the mobile phone or any device with the Bluetooth connection. And one special feature about our Bluetooth device is we still powered by one battery and can last for more than 15 hours, even when you transfer the data to a mobile phone.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Lee. And we have one question directed to Mr. Zhang about Mi's products. So, Mr. Zhang, would you please answer this?
Yeah, thank you for interested in Min's products. Actually, as I mentioned before, we get all the medical improved for our devices. And also, we also passing all the safety regulations from Taiwan, US, or European, and all other countries. And yes, your question is very interesting to be used at home. Actually, we are designing our devices making for the professional. But if you want to use at home, if you have like a well training to use our device, yes, the answer is yes, you can use at home. Actually, we have one of our customers. They are working on a project which is integrate our product with their software and giving out a total solution for home care, home use in during the COVID pandemic. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Zhang. I noticed that there are still a few questions unanswered, but due to the time constraint, I'm sorry we have to come to an end. And don't worry, we will answer all the questions from Slido, and we will share the answers after the presentation, after the conference. We hope this event has helped you gain a better understanding of Taiwan's new innovations and technology. In the next few weeks, we're going to hold more online conferences like this, and you are more than welcome to join in again. Last but not least, don't forget to stay home and stay safe. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.